This is why you should never hitchhike.
I'm serious, never do it. And here's why. At the age of just 15 years old, Mary Vincent decided to hitchhike her way home. She was standing at the edge of the highway with two other hitchhikers. This is when a man named Lawrence Singleton rolled up in a van. Now, he claimed he had only room for one other person in his van, despite the van actually being nearly empty. Against her better judgment, Mary hopped in. She thought she would just meet up with her friends later. Now, what happens next is a bit confronting. He drove Mary to a deserted part of the highway and attacked her. After he was done, he cut off both her arms. He didn't want her body to be identified. Then he rolled her body off the side of a cliff. Lawrence then drove away. What he didn't know was that Mary was still alive. To stop the bleeding of her arms, she dug them into the dirt. Then she crawled her way back to the top of the cliff and walked along that road in the hope that someone would stop and pick her up. While Mary did all of this, she made sure to keep her arms upright to prevent her from bleeding out. Now, a car eventually stopped and she was transported to hospital. Now, Mary was able to work with investigators to identify the culprit, Lawrence. He was arrested and sent to prison. But sadly, due to sentencing laws, Lawrence, for what he had done to Mary, was only given 12 years. And to make matters worse, he was released after serving only 8. Sadly, 9 years after being released, he would go on to attack another woman. This woman, however, would not be so lucky. She did not survive the attack. Now, Mary, being as brave as she was, she went on to testify against Lawrence in this second attack. She detailed everything that he had done to her again. And this time, he was put away for life. After that, Mary became a prominent victim rights advocate, making real change in sentencing policy. For more Seven Sins of Crime, you can hit that plus button.